Hi there, I'm Bruce Octavius along with my associates.
Clovis DesChelles.
You all know him, you all love him, Clovis DesChelles. And we have a new... Well, he's not really new, he's been on the team for a while, but this is the first time he's ever been on a show. Our research associate, J.E.A, is going to be with us doing some analysis for our 1-year anniversary special. And you guys voted, you made your voices heard, and we're going to be doing a Back for Blood special. And I can't wait to get started, guys. What's your take this? We're getting to 1 year, Clovis. Could you believe that shit was 1 year ago almost?
No, I can't, and I feel bad that our good friend Jason is not with us today.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but he's got a lot of shit going on in his life right now. He's making more money than both of us anyway at the moment, so that's good for him.
Yeah, I really find it hard to believe it's already July 2011.
July 2011, yeah, the year has gone by fast. This is our research analyst, J.E.A. He joined us, I think, in April. He joined the wiki, so he's
January.
been with us.
It was around January.
Oh, it was? Shit,
Yeah.
I'm screwing up my dates. Okay, so you've been with us for like half the time, I guess.
Although I've heard the show back in November.
Alright guys, so I guess it's up to us to decide now who should be fighting who on the Back for Blood. I'll pull up the list of winners that we've got on the wiki. So guys, we've got
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, we've got Samurai Jack, Lena Inverse, the most interesting man in the world, Indiana Jones, Iron Man, the man with no name, Gandalf, Legolas, Galaxia, Blossom, Solid Snake, Prince of Persia, Daniel Craig, James Bond, and Goku.
Oh,
Well,
I think a good one to start with is what do you call that? Galaxia versus Goku.
Well,
I called the most interesting man in the world, and I told him he had an opponent. But then 2 minutes later, he called me back and said he already won, so we can't use him.
oh, the most interesting man in the world always. Why does he always have to win before the fight starts? Doesn't make for good television.
I don't know. I guess he really wants to attend the after party.
Yeah, like that tuxedo guy wants to come to the most interesting man in the world party with us, and we kind of left him in the lurch because it was funny. So we've got those winners. The fans have so far requested Legolas versus the Prince of Persia and Galaxia versus Goku. Let's remember we should do one set of guys with superpowers and one set of guys without.
Oh,
My opinion, that's what we should do.
so which first? POP versus Goku or Galaxia versus... I got it wrong. POP versus Legolas or Galaxia versus Goku?
Should we do Galaxia versus Goku, considering how badly she fucked up Majin Buu? Here's the kicker, though. I think if we equalize speed, that would be a good fight.
Yeah. More even.
If speed isn't equalized, Galaxia's gonna pretty much do what she did to Majin Buu. But that's, at the same time, that's kind of unfair to Galaxia, because we're taking away one of her big advantages and not any of Goku's.
She still has the soul attack and the
Yeah, the galactic
or
Goku.
firepower.
But you know what? I think, should we just do those to honor the fans' request? Prince of Persia versus Legolas and Galaxia versus Goku?
Yeah, Prince first.
Okay, I think the Prince of win this, considering that he's been in many situations where he fought like entire armies, including multiple archers, taking him out easily. Whereas Legolas, he can take out multiple opponents, but he hasn't shown any of his athletic feats that the Prince showed, that nor has he has taken much enemy as the Prince has.
So at the outset, I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Legolas on this one. He's got the range advantage, and he's got the acrobatics that the Prince of Persia has. Remember what he did in Return of the King with that giant ass elephant that I don't know the technical name to. So both of them are pretty acrobatic, but Legolas just has that range advantage. I think he's gonna go in, shoot the Prince of Persia down.
But the Prince could block arrows easily, from what I remember the game.
He's never fought an archer on Legolas's level, though.
Yeah, but Legolas is equivalent of, let's say, 5 archers, and the Prince is capable of blocking 5 archers.
More than that.
But not forever though.
So I guess this is going to be a really interesting fight then.
If you say so.
If I say so, that's what the fans
But
fucking...
the Prince does have more advantage weapons and that dagger of time thing.
Initial prediction for me, Legolas.
For me, I'd say Prince.
I would say Prince only because of the dagger of time, and because of his acrobatic. I don't know, depending on the battlefield. If the battlefield is a huge maze, Legolas will lose, and the Prince will win.
Huge maze or a castle, or a fortress-like architecture, like a castle or a palace. I think the Prince would.
Remember, guys, though, all the Deadliest Fictional Warrior matches take place in neutral terrain, though, so that's not gonna happen. And I think
last terrain was not very neutral, as I recall.
What?
The last time the Prince fought, it wasn't really a neutral terrain.
I think the Prince gonna need to use his stealth to take this one. Because if he gets in Legolas's vision, and his vision is very far, as much as Clovis was talking about it when Legolas appeared on episode 8, you know Legolas got that Eyes of the Hawk. It's going to be hard to dodge Legolas's vision.
Unless he uses the dagger to slow down time.
Exactly.
Since when did the dagger slow down time? I thought it only turned you into sand.
In the first Prince of Persia game, and in the second one, Warrior Within had the ability to slow down time for like several seconds or even a minute, depending on how much sand you had.
Well, and then the third version and the other version, you can go back in time with it.
Yeah, that's what we took into account when he fought Link. But
yeah, I never played for Prince of Persia 1 or 2, so I did not know all of his feats.
He could also
sorry, go on.
You could also paralyze enemies in the first 2 games with a dagger, like stab them and make them stuck froze for several minutes. And what else could he do?
Okay, so we got some new shit to take into account. This is going to be interesting now. That might change things a little bit.
And basically, the Prince, Legolas' main advantage is his arrows.
Yes.
So once you take the arrows out, it will be very tough, because if the dagger can slow down time, as well as going back into time,
and paralyze
Legolas is done for in a close quarter.
Absolutely, he's very much at a disadvantage in close quarters. And Legolas doesn't have the speed to speed blitz the prince before he uses this newfound time fuckery that I didn't know about. Legolas is probably
also
faster, but only by a little bit.
Also, in the first Prince of Persia game, in the second one to a limited extent, to a lesser extent, the dagger allows the prince to see ahead of time, see the traps, see what kind of enemies. But that's in the first two games. I think they took it out of the later games.
Hold on, could you repeat that, man?
To a limited extent, the dagger has the ability to show the prince ahead of time what enemies he's going to fight in later patch, or what the traps are. In the first game, it even shows him going through shows him in the vision going through the traps, like what to do.
But it was retconned.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a dagger who did that. I thought it was just the game designer who just said, okay, here's the area and here's what you need to do.
The first two game gave the prince the ability. The dagger gave the prince the ability to see the future to a very limited extent. I think in the later game they took it out for story purposes. Had to deal with what?
I know in the third one they have the perception but I thought it was just to make you see what was the level like, and then as you were watching the level, you would think, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go there and walk. I'm gonna jump on the guy. I'm gonna kill him, and then do some acrobatics. That's very fascinating.
All right, guys. So let's cut to the chase a little bit. We've been going off on somewhat of a tangent. Let's look at the weapons these two are bringing. For short range, we've got Legolas with the Elven Dagger, and we've got the Prince with the Fish Gutter. So we're calling those two tests. Which one would you give the edge out of those?